Hey, what's up everybody? How you doing? Welcome back to Karpo Gaming and another Mortal Shell 2 video. Well, they're finally here. The Metacritic review scores are here on PC and PlayStation 5. Today, we're going to go over all of the 90s, 80s, the 70s, and even a little bit of controversial ones on PC and PlayStation 5. You know what to do. Let's go! Once again, thanks for watching everybody. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's get started. If you're on the fence, well, let's have a look at some of the reviews for Mortal Shell to see how good this game is turning out. Right now, sitting favorably around an 82 on PC and 88 on PlayStation 5. So let's get started with the PC version, starting off with Outer Haven. Gave it a 90. That's it. Mortal Shell 2 takes everything that worked in the original and turns it into a much stronger, more confident Souls-like. The deeper shell system, satisfying combat, and rewarding exploration stands out, and despite the camera issues and some frustrating progression choices, none of those issues stop me from having a damn good time with it. Now, 90 from Loot Level Chill said, to call Mortal Shell 2 an improvement over the first game feels like underselling it. It's bigger, tighter, deeper, wider. We got a 90 from GameSearch that said Mortal Shell 2 seems to be built for those who enjoyed the oppressive, atmospheric, and brutal combat of the first game, but long for greater depth. It retains the weight of the combat, the enigmatic narrative, and the punishing philosophy typical of the series, while expanding progression, situational variety, and freedom of action. It doesn't simply try to imitate Dark Souls or Elden Ring, it makes many ideas from the classic Souls-like game. And an 85 from Games Channel that said Mortal Shell 2 is just a really good game. It is not only better than Mortal Shell, but we can clearly see it stands on its own. The gameplay feels crisp. The exploration is rewarding, and even if it doesn't offer much variety when it comes to weapon and armor like comparable games, it doesn't really matter. The world it is set in is exciting, and especially fighting against the mini bosses or exploring this dungeon is just pure joy. Now we're going to move on to 80 from Gaming Boulevard that said Mortal Shell 2 isn't trying to prove that it can make a better Dark Souls, it's trying to prove that a Souls-like game can evolve without losing what made the genre special in the first place. And after playing it, I think Cold Symmetry has made a pretty convincing argument. And 75 from Combo Infinito that said Mortal Shell 2 drastically expands the Soul-like scope with a haunting, love, crafting, dark fantasy atmosphere, rewarding shell-based progression, and an exponentially brutal, varied combat executions, vast environments, and creative weapons options give the journey immense scale and distinct gameplay identity. However, confusing map design, tedious traversal mechanics, and unbalanced enemy damage frequently dampen the mood. Now let's move on for the most controversial one, a 60 from the Wine Report that said Mortal Shell 2 is an overly ambitious Souls-like with the excess of mechanics and features that collide with one another, lacking cohesion and not quite grasping what makes the punishing genre satisfying to conquer in the first place. When it comes together in a satisfying way, the experiences shine, but getting to that point doesn't happen as often as it should. Now let's have a look at some of the PlayStation 5 scores, because it's doing a little bit more better over here with the 88. We got a 92 from Mirror Station that said Mortal Shell 2 is one of the best Souls-like games ever made. Its open world blends exploration and combat pace perfectly. And we got a 90 from Critical Hits that said, overcoming the limitation of the first game, Mortal Shell 2 defined expectation to become one of the best Souls-like games of the year. The title stands out by expanding its shell-swapping mechanics into a connected open world, delivering highly polished combat, rewarding exploration, and excellent boss fight. Despite minor issues regarding the resource balance and environment variety, the game is extremely solid and a must-play. And we also got a 90 from Finger Guns that said, so yes, Mortal Shell 2 is a very strong recommendation from me. Don't worry if you haven't played the first one or didn't get with it. This is a fresh new take, like a Lord of the Fallen remake was. It's gotten me out of my soul slump like Liza P, Thamisa, and Wu Chang couldn't convince me to see through. So in defense of them, it's getting such a high score because it reminds me why I love to play these types of games. And 85 from DualShocker that said the combat is fast and brutal, the exploration is rewarding, the build variety is deep, and the world is beautiful at times. All Souls-like fans need to play Mortal Shell 2 as it understands exactly what makes the genre so beloved and executes those elements phenomenally. And then last one, 80 from Saudi Gamer that said a fast-paced Souls-like made for metalheads and lovers of brutal action games, making it stand out in an increasingly bloated marker. However, you have to deal with one of the most frustrating fast travel systems in the genre. So boom, there you have it. Those are all of the early reviews from the Metacritics for PlayStation and PC. Turns out, it's looking like a good game, my dude. I mean, I played the beta, I had a good time with it. The reviews pretty much saying the same thing. So yeah, hovering around the 80 something, I'm not mad at that at all. But for right now, that's pretty much it for the video. I hope you truly enjoyed it. Now, as always, if you're new to the channel, how you doing? Welcome. Don't forget to subscribe right here at Karpo Gaming. A wide variety of videos range from updates, tips and tricks, guides and news, and a whole lot more. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. Once again, thank you everybody for all your love and support. And as always, I'll be seeing y'all in the next one. Later.